Hey guys, in this lecture we will target these 2 points. First, we will run second instance of the microservice, and then we will add the address of the second microservice in the Envoy configuration file. And whenever we will try to access the microservice via Envoy gateway and first instance is busy to dealing with some job, then Envoy gateway will redirect the request to another instance of the microservice. Let me open the configuration file, and here we need to define the address of the second instance of the microservice. Let me copy these lines because we need to just copy and paste. And in address 2 we will type address 3. So the name is service 3, which we have given to the Docker container, and the port number on which service 3 is running. So right now it is 8084. We have given the information of the second microservice, and now we need to run this microservice in Docker container. Let me go there. So first, see, I have images: service 1 image, service 2, service 3 image. Service 2 is running on port number 8083, which we have already seen in previous lecture, and service 3 we will run, and this service is running on port number 8084. Let me run this service, and here you should notice the name of the service is service 3, which we have given in the configuration file of Envoy gateway service 3, and the port number is 8084, same port number we have given here. Now let me hit enter, and it is saying okay. First we need to remove the previous container with the same service name. Yes, and now let me run again. It is running, and now I will try to access this microservice via Envoy gateway. Before accessing, let's get back to the configuration file. So in this cluster, that is backend cluster, I have given 2 endpoints, and this backend cluster will call when the request path will match with this pattern. Envoy gateway will check the path of the request, and then it will redirect the request to backend cluster. And in backend cluster we have defined 2 service 2 and service 3. Let's suppose some user hit the same request, meaning same API, and service 2 is busy to dealing with that request. Then Envoy gateway will redirect the another request to service 3 in order to deal with the we can say this is kind of load balancing. Yes, this is load balancing. Let me open the Postman, and this is the Envoy gateway port number 7777, and then we are calling this API service to /status, and let me hit what it is saying. Nothing, we are getting nothing. Okay, we need to run the Envoy container. I forget to run the Envoy container. Let me go back to the slide and copy the command. This is the command to run Envoy container. Let me copy this one. and some spaces and slashes we need to add. This one hyphen hyphen, and this one hyphen hyphen, and this one hyphen hyphen. Hit enter and it is started. Now let me hit this API. We got the response. Service 3 says hi and service 2 says hi. Again service 3 says hi, service 2 says hi. So whenever we are hitting this API, it is checking if this microservice is busy to dealing with the previous request, then the new request will go to the another instance of the microservice. So in the response you can observe, if I hit first time, then it is saying service 3 says hi, and second time it says service 2 says hi. And this redirect pattern, it depends on the policy which we have given here, that is round robin. I will recommend to go through the document and you will find another pattern for the load balancing policy. In this lecture we have achieved the load balancing and we have successfully run the second instance of the microservice, and now request is going through Envoy gateway. So this is all for this lecture.